Hey, Richest you money maniacs, welcome back. I'm really excited to have you on this particular video series. In this series, what's better than a 401k? What's better than a mutual fund? What's better than real estate? We're going to talk about that in this video, but before we go into that, make sure you hit that like button and definitely click the subscribe button. Here we go, right into it, the Better Than series. Hey, Richest You Money Maniacs, Tom coming at you from the Richest You, and we're continuing with the Better Than series. In this particular video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between a laser fund and CDs and bank savings. Now, this is a really interesting one because there are actually some benefits to the CDs and bank savings, but still, the laser fund outperforms CDs and bank savings in a whole bunch of different ways. Now, it's going to be interesting though because there are some benefits to CDs and savings, but they just don't match up to the laser fund. Now, if you just joined me on this Better Than series, I want to explain exactly what a laser fund is. The technical name for a laser fund is universal life insurance that's a tax-advantaged insurance contract and is indexed against the market. So that means that it's an insurance piece that is indexed against the market but not in the market. And what that means in terms of earning interest is that your money in this laser fund earns money off the market going up, but anytime the market goes down, like it did not too long ago, it doesn't go below your principal. It just doesn't earn you interest for that period. So you have a zero amount earned, but your principal doesn't go away. If you're in the market, not only do you lose the interest that you were gaining, but you lose your principal too because you're in the market. Now, the other benefit of it being an insurance piece means once that money is in there, it's tax-free. So your principal is tax-free, the interest that you make is tax-free, and if you borrow money against it, that money comes out tax-free also. And if you borrow against it, not only does your principal not get touched, but now you've doubled your money, and the interest you pay on the loan that you took out against your laser fund now becomes tax deductible. So that's a very brief summary. If you really want more detail about how the laser fund works, watch my video on laser fund in more detail, and even better, go to the link in the description down below for liveabundant.com, or actually subscribe to the YouTube video for Doug Andrew called 3-Dimensional Wealth, and learn from them exactly how a laser fund works. In fact, Emron Andrew is the fellow that I actually work with personally for my own personal laser fund and for my business laser fund. So it's important to remember something. I'm sharing with you my personal experience. I am not an accountant. I am not a certified financial planner. I'm not licensed in anything. I'm just sharing information that I found and used for my own personal life. And let me tell you something. When the stock market crashed recently, I was sleeping like a baby because I didn't have to think about whether my principal and all the savings and everything that I had in the laser fund was being lost in the market going down. That wasn't even a concern of mine. In fact, it was kind of funny. I called Emron just as that was occurring, and just for fun, I asked him, so are the phones ringing off the hook there? And he made it clear. He's like, no, our clients know that their money is safe. So they're not even bothering us at all. He said, we have one fella who has an office who works on other types of investment tools like mutual funds and 401ks and things like that. Just one guy, right? Just one guy is dedicated in their offices, but all of the other offices are dedicated to laser funds. That guy had been on the phone for days and had been losing sleep watching the market crash. So it was just a funny anecdote to share with you. I actually did call my financial expert on the day just to hear him say it, that no, yeah, the phones aren't ringing because our clients know they're safe. So now, that's what a really brief summary of the laser fund sounds like. So let's talk about CDs and bank savings. That's what we're going to be comparing the laser fund to in this particular video. But first you have to understand, in case you haven't seen the other videos, what are the optimal features that you want in a retirement investment or in any kind of investment for that matter? What are the features that you want that make it the best kind of tool to use to make yourself more money and to keep your value safe? Here's the list of optimal features that you want in any powerful investment tool or retirement plan or any place that you plan on storing value or generating more money for yourself. These are the features that you want. The first one would be liquidity. You want to have use and control of it. You also want to have your money to be safe. It needs to have safety. So it's got to be protected from market loss. You also need predictable rates of return. And of course, you need tax-free access to your money. Sometimes it would be nice to have taxes deferred. I don't agree with that, actually. I think that it's always better to pay your taxes up front because they always go up later. If you wait to pay your taxes, I can guarantee you this: they will be higher. Why not pay them at the lowest point they're ever going to be at? Has the government ever slowed down its spending? Ever in the history of this country? Never. Have taxes ever actually gone down in this country? Not really. In fact, this year, the Office of Accountability for the U.S. government said that taxes will be required to be increased up to 60% just to cover the current spending that's occurring in the government. Just the current spending, not future spending. In other words, pay your taxes now, they're always going to go up. The next feature would be tax-deductible payments. You don't always want your payments to be tax-deductible. Pay the taxes up front, get it out of the way, get them into an instrument that protects your value, and never pay them again. That would be my suggestion. The next feature that you want is tax-free wealth transfer. Also, you want to have penalty-free access to your money. You should be able to leverage your money as well. And you should be able to use that instrument or that value as collateral. And last but not least, it should provide you with a disability benefit of some sort. Okay, so let's talk about CDs and bank savings compared to these features that we wish that they had, right? This would be the perfect list of features for CDs and banks savings to have. Let's go through it one at a time. Are CDs and bank savings liquid, and do they give you use and control of your money? Yeah, they actually do. It's nice. CDs, not so much, but bank savings, yeah, you have access to your money. Once the money's in a CD, you have to wait for that entire period to finish before you have access to it again. So it depends if it's a CD or a bank savings, but yeah, they do. Do CDs and bank savings provide safety or protect your money from market loss? Yeah, they do, kind of. Because once you're in a CD, the interest rate is locked in. And of course, once you have your money in your savings, you've already paid tax on it, and so you won't get taxed again on savings. Except that when the market goes down, inflation goes up, and so the buying power of your dollar is less. So technically, yes, but not really. So that's a debatable point. We'll just say yes for now. Do CDs and bank savings provide predictable rates of return? Boy, they sure do. But man, it's so low. How can you expect to overcome inflation, which has been as high as 3%, 4%, with just 1.7 or 2.3? Or, I mean, you're way below what inflation is doing to your money. So why would you want to be in an instrument like that? Okay, yeah, it's predictable, so you know you're going to make some money off of it, but you're losing the value so fast, you're actually losing money even though it's giving you a predictable rate. How does that help? Does a CD or bank savings give you tax-free access to your money? Well, that's a big no. If you pull a CD out, you get taxed, man. And are savings in your bank actually tax-free? Well, you had to pay taxes on them when you put them in, so no, not really. So there's an important distinction there. For bank savings in particular, you paid taxes on the money that you put into the savings, but then remember, you're also going to pay taxes on any interest that your bank savings makes also. So that's considered capital gains. So you're going to pay tax on those savings if it makes you interest. Do CDs and bank savings offer a tax-deferred option? Yes, it's actually possible. You can have a tax-deferred option with a CD or a bank savings account. However, you would not want that You don't want to defer. You don't want to push your taxes out because they always go up. Do CDs and bank savings provide tax-deductible payment options? Yes, it's actually possible. You can do that. Tax-deductible payments are a possibility. Do CDs and bank savings provide tax-free wealth transfer? No, they do not. If you transfer a CD or bank savings to someone you love for any reason, even if it's because you passed away, they will be taxed on it, period. Do CDs and bank savings provide penalty-free access to the money? No, they do not. There are all kinds of penalties. IRS as well as bank, as well as depending on who offers you the CD. Can you leverage a CD or a bank savings? No, you cannot leverage CDs or bank savings. Sorry, can't help you with that one. Can you use a CD or bank savings as collateral? Yes, you actually can. You can use a CD or a bank savings as collateral to get another loan or to do other types of credit. Yes, you can actually do that. Does a CD or a bank savings provide any kind of disability benefit? No, it does not. If you pass away or get hurt, you don't get anything for it because it's just a CD. It's just bank savings. It is whatever it is, and that's it. All right, so let's go through. Now we've seen the optimal features compared to a CD or a bank savings. Now let's go through and see how the laser fund performs on those same optimal features. Does the laser fund provide liquidity for use and control? Yes, it absolutely does. Does the laser fund provide safety and protect your value from market loss? Yes, it absolutely does. Does your laser fund provide predictable rates of return? Yes, in fact, not only does it provide predictable rates of return when the market goes up, but if the market goes down, it never goes below zero. Your principal is protected. And remember something too, when your interest goes in and it's tax-free, that means it immediately becomes part of the permanent principal, which also is then protected. So every time you make a little more in your laser fund, that becomes permanent in your principal and is protected from the market ever going down again. Does the laser fund give you tax-free access to your money? Yes, it absolutely does. Does the laser fund actually give tax-deferred options? Yes, it does, but you don't want that. Again, you want to pay your taxes now because they're only going to go up. Just pay them now. Trust me on that one. In fact, if you don't trust me, go talk to other experts who understand this stuff, not just an accountant who thinks that an IRA or 401k is a great idea, especially not a stockbroker because they make money off that stuff. Go talk to liveabundant.com and they will explain to you that taxes always go up. You don't even need an expert to explain it. If you know taxes are going to go up, why would you want to wait to pay those taxes? Anyway, let's get back to it. Does a laser fund provide tax-deductible payments? No, it does not. And you don't want it to. You want to pay those taxes and put the payments in so that now that money is protected and makes you tax-free money for the rest of your life. That's what you want. Pay the tax up front, get it into a laser fund, and have it be safe and make you more money for the rest of your life tax-free. Does a laser fund provide tax-free wealth transfer? Yes, absolutely it does. Does a laser fund provide penalty-free access to the money? Yes, it does, usually. But you have to be careful here, and this is why it's important that you work with a laser fund expert. It's absolutely vital they know what they're doing and have decades of experience with it, because if it's structured wrong or you access the money wrong, then you will get penalties and you could get taxed on it. So it's very important you work with somebody who's an expert on how to use the laser fund properly. Does a laser fund allow for you to use it as leverage? Yes, it does. Does a laser fund allow for you to use it as collateral? Yes, it absolutely does. And does a laser fund allow for you to use it as a disability benefit? Yes, it sure does. It's an insurance piece. You can use it for all kinds of different benefits. That's the beauty of it. Now remember, a laser fund is not an investment. It's an insurance piece. And that's important to remember because it's insurance, it's not taxable. Any investment piece gets taxed out the wazoo. So you don't want it to be listed as an investment piece because you want the tax-free benefit of the insurance piece. So there you have it. There are the features, the difference between CD and bank savings versus a laser fund. I hope that this made sense to you. I hope it was helpful. If you liked it, please definitely give a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to the channel. We'd love to be able to share more information with you as soon as we put up another video. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm Tom from Richest You. I look forward to seeing you again real soon.